Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm back with another video, and this video is going to be about the interview questions that are being asked in mid and final evaluation of PhD, because I was getting a lot of comments regarding the questions. So I'm going to make this video because I want you all guys to know what are the questions that are being asked so that you can prepare it before your final and mid evaluation. So let's start the video without any further delay. So the first question that they will ask you is about your introduction, because that is the basic question that any interviewer or any HR will definitely ask you, because they want to know about you so that they can gauge what all questions they can ask you. So prepare your introduction so well, detailed introduction along with your hometown, your family members, and if you have some experience, also add your hobbies, because the next question is going to be about the follow-up from your introduction as well. So I'm going to attach a sample answer here for your introduction, how you can prepare your introduction. Make sure you do not copy the exact answer, but make it in your own words and prepare it in a way that it does not sound robotic, as I already told in my previous video. And if you've not watched that video, go ahead and watch it. So make sure you prepare that answer that it comes from your heart rather than sounding robotic, so that while you're giving answer, it will give a personal touch. After introduction, next question is going to be about the follow-up from your introduction, because I have seen a lot of interviewer who only ask follow-up questions which are related to your introduction only. So make sure in your introduction you're giving all the details, as many as details, so that their questions comes out from your introduction as well. For example, if you have added any hobby, so that their next question is going to be about your hobby only. They will ask you what make you interested in that hobby, or how did you pick that hobby. For example, in my answer I've mentioned that my hobby is reading articles and watching Netflix films. So my next question was, what is the last Netflix movie that you've watched, and what is the impact of that movie on your life? So I knew that this is going to come, so I did prepare this answer, so I gave it properly. So that is why I am telling you again and again that while giving your introduction, make sure you are adding all the details, so that if they're asking you other questions, that are coming from your introduction only, and you are properly well prepared. So this is the pro trick for all of you, that they can also ask you about your hometown. For example, if you're living somewhere else and your hometown is somewhere else, so they will ask you what are the difference of culture you have faced when you've moved from hometown to this place. And they can also ask you what are the three things that you would like to change about your hometown. So because this you have already mentioned in your introduction, so they are going to ask you question from your introduction only. So prepare this answer as well. So the third question that they will ask you is about your daily routine or your family members daily routine, because this is the most recent and frequent asked question, because in that question they want to check your grammar, whether you know what grammar tenses to use while answering these questions, so that they can understand that you have a hold on your grammar. So make sure you prepare your daily routine answer as well as your family members daily routine, because they will definitely go ahead and ask you about that question. So that is really simple, and you can definitely prepare it properly. So this is the third question that is going to be asked, is what is your daily routine, or if you're living with your family members like father, your mother, your sister, or your brother, so they might ask you what is the daily routine of your mother, or what is the daily routine of your sister, what does your mother usually do. So these are the questions that will come on your way while giving the answers in mid and final evaluation. So let me clear one thing, that mid and final evaluation are completely same, because questions that are asked in both the evaluations are totally same, because in my as well the same questions were asked. In mid evaluation they check if there is something that needs to be improved, so they give you feedback in mid evaluation, and then in final evaluation they check that what all feedbacks were given, did you work on it or not. So this is going to be simple, easy. So do not get nervous while you're giving answers. Be confident and prepare these answers before appearing for your final and mid evaluation. So lastly, I would say the difficulty level of the questions increases, and in the starting they ask you simple questions, but in last they try to check if you are capable of answering some difficult questions if you've been asked something new. For example, they might ask you how is technology going to change in next 10 years, or for example they can ask you what is your opinion on online and offline shopping, and they can ask you what is something that you would do in your childhood which you are not able to do right now. So these are some difficult questions that they might ask you, and these will come only when you are able to answer those simple questions properly. So make sure you prepare your answers properly, and if even if you don't know anything or if you don't know any answer, do not just sit mum, because they are only checking your communication, whether you're able to communicate your feelings or not. So it doesn't matter if you do not have any knowledge about that particular answer. If you do not have that answer, and if you cannot answer that question, just tell them directly that I do not have knowledge about this particular answer right now, but later on I will research on it and I'll keep me updated. So communicate your thoughts. That is only the purpose of them to interview you, to check whether you are able to communicate or not. Lastly, I would like to tell you, as you guys were asking, which is the best institute to go for PhD, I would say my personal experience with English for India was really great. If you are given an option for PhD, you can definitely go ahead with English for India, because the of teaching is very easy and understandable, because they have really good instructors who help you throughout your journey, and you can definitely go ahead with English for India. That is my personal recommendation. However, if you want to choose any other institute, you are definitely okay to choose any of it, because all of them are good. It's totally your choice, and if you want to go ahead with my personal recommendation, you can go for English for India. So that is all for today. I hope you liked the video, and make sure you prepare all these answers so that you are prepared for your final and mid evaluation. I wish all the best to all of you who are appearing for your final and mid evaluation. I'll see you super soon. Bye bye.